The last stop in our teaching concepts journey. Some strategies and activities for teaching concepts. As always, adopt and adapt. You'll see some similarities in these, and again, adopt and adapt. Concept map, defining what it is. It's a picture or diagram that shows the concept, the parts, and the relationship between the parts. You can have students create their own concept maps. It's a great post-lesson or post-reading activity. And again, it's any web or diagram that shows the concept, the defining or attributes or essential elements, and how they relate to each other. It shows the structure of the concept and the relationships. It can be used with or without pictures. And if I really wanted to be creative, and I do, I could have students do activities as a form of interpersonal, intrapersonal, or emotional intelligence. Activities such as the concept of you. Use a concept map to show the concept of you, or the concept of your life, or your week, or your dreams. And again, take these ideas, connect to the person, intrapersonal intelligence, emotional intelligence, part of, slide aside, when you deal with EBD, instead of just dealing with the B behavior, deal with the emotion, or the E. Example of a concept map. Do a Google search, concept map. You'll see lots of examples. What's my concept? A game. Fun. Games are fun. Create teams of 3 to 5 students. One person is the spokesperson. Groups are great because of the conversation that goes on with it. Enhances learning. You can still have fun competition, but there's no pressure on the individual student. This is multi-level, and that all are involved. They should be mixed level of ability here. To do this, start one. The teacher provides 2 examples of the concepts. Each team gets 20 seconds to make a guess of what the concept is. Ideally, you want to provide your examples in written and or picture form instead of just saying them so they can see them. If they don't guess it correctly, the next team in line gets a crack, and you go around until one team identifies the concept. All right? So, with the second concept, the second team, no matter where you're at, gets the first chance. Provide 2 examples and then go around and around. So, the next team starts with the second team in that order. To extend this, you could have students be in charge of creating what's my concept categories. Have lots of fun with these. They can be academic categories or they can be silly categories. Mix it up a little bit. What am I? And again, groups of 2 to 4 students, mixed ability, conversation is very important. Provide lists of examples of 4 to 8 things that fit into the concept. Give students a sheet of paper. And in groups, they have to identify as many concepts as possible. So you have a sheet of paper instead of going around that way, guessing. You have a sheet of paper with lists of things in that concept. And each group has, I would say, 10 to 20 minutes to identify as many of those concepts as possible. Again, include a wide variety of concepts, academic concepts, as well as TV concepts, entertainment concepts, sports concepts, silly concepts, etc., etc. Same thing, except instead of a game format, they are given a sheet of paper. T-chart. Do this in large group or small group. A T-chart, there's the T, examples on one side, non-examples on the other side. Students have to guess what the concept is. This is kind of a tough one, but this is the concept of gravitas, which is solemn dignity. You can do this with vocabulary words, having synonyms and antonyms as well. Do this in reading, science, social studies. It's a great way to enhance vocabulary. T-chart. Examples, non-examples, synonyms, antonyms. Some examples. This is the concept of amphibian. The concept of Minnesota wild animals. And again, adopt and adapt. Clues and hypothesis. You list the clues and the students form hypothesis, and then they test their hypothesis to see if that is correct. The attributes chart is a good way to do this. items and attributes chart. You list the items on the vertical axis, the attributes on the horizontal axis, a check mark for every time they meet that attribute. And you can have students state the concept at the end. And I'm going to show you an example of this because I realize this is a little bit abstract. Great as a post-reading activity, both in reading and social studies and science. Again, get away from the idea that you always have to have a gosh darn worksheet. Learning doesn't happen unless you have a worksheet. Well, that is not true at all. Attribute, poker game. All right? The attributes here, the things there, they go down the list, bing, bing, bing. And if it has all the attributes, then we can say it is a poker game. Attributes, mastery learning. All right? Attributes there, things there, bing, bing, bing has all the attributes, then it is mastery learning. Adopt and adapt. Students can eventually create their own attribute charts. Lots of fun. Mind map. Demonstrate a concept using only pictures or mostly pictures and associations. These take a variety of forms. There's no form it should be. The thing about a map is that you want to have lots of pictures included. Do a Google search on this. Some people have specific elements. Some people are wide open. And you can see lots and lots of examples, limited only by your imagination and how you use a mind map. Part 7, End Strategies and Activities for Teaching Concepts. Hopefully with these 7 videos, you've got some ideas to travel down this pathway.